Mayong adlaw mga ka-tissue, welcome sa usa na pod kahang fire episode sa Tissue Karon podcast, gamot sa tibong ko gama sa Talaria. Karon na episode atong paghisgutan ang bagong album sa usa ka American singer-songwriter, American Music Awards, Artist of the Decade, Taylor Allison Swift. Yeah. Kini nga album kay gingalan niyag Folklore. Mao ni iyang ikapito nga studio album and it's a surprise album. Miss ka ng iyang record label kay wala nakabalo nga na siya'y bagong project ginabuhat until she announced it over her social media accounts 16 hours prior to its release. So, una sa lahat, i-define muna natin ang meaning ng folklore na word. Ang folklore kay mauning mga istorya, mapa-fantasy man or mapa-myth, mga storya nga na ginapasa-pasa over time, generation to generation, mga chismis nga matakabalo kung tinuod ba or dili, mga kaganapan nga hagbay nang nahitabo o ginaistoryahan gihapon hantud karon. Ang Generation D ay ani nga album kay 1 hour and 3 minutes. Medyo taas-taas gamay pero inani jud ang normal duration time sa iyang past albums. So, backstory sa tano, nung in-announce niya na may bago siyang album, na ako sa akong kwarto ato, magampo na unta ko. Pero pag open ako Instagram kay 40 seconds pa yung announcement post. Kanang scenario good nga, buglat ang mga mata sa isa ka karakter kay na siya'y nakita or nabasa na unexpected things. Dali-dali dayon ko atong screenshot, then share dayon sa group page. Gipahibalo na ako sa mga taong paminaw na ako interesado sad. Tas di lang pala album ang i-release niya, lead single din, music video sabdi ay sa Cardigan, the track number 2. Gisabay niya release ang music video and the rest. As a Swiftie, I have this ritual na bago rin akong gisugdan kung asa paminawon ako balik ang iyang entire discography, ang iyang past albums. I do this para the moment I listen to her new album, ma-aware ko sa growth sa iyang lyrical content, sa iyang tingog, sa production, o sa mga parallel lyrics if ever nga naaman. Ambot lang kung malipay ba ko nga nag-release siya bagong album kay wala ba jud niya ni giplano until this pandemic happened. Kay kung wala pandemic, nagsugod na untang Loverfest tour niya. Pero anyways, pagkaugma ato kay di na jud ko ka hulat mag alas 12 sa udto. Hantod nag-premiere na sa music video habang gatanaw kami sa music video kay girelease na niyang uban tracks sa album. It contains 16 tracks sa standard edition and 1 bonus track sa physical deluxe edition. So, karon maghatag ko og review. Di ko nga review more on akong reaction many towards the album. And itry na akong interpret the book album sa jog. So, yeah. Track number 1, The One. Sa akong initial listen ani kay nakasay na ako ng this is my favorite track. Pero nasada yun ko pag komprenda ako sa lyrics. Labi na sa part na if my wishes came true, it could have been you. Kani nga kanta kay Dagag What If. So, gusto-suggest talaga ito ng #things that could have happened. And the sad part is, kato siyang tanan, kay past na to siya tanan. Bale, makahuna na lang kausahay kung ano kaya kayo ngayon, kung kayo pa rin. Sure, as what the genre of this album is, medyo chill lang ang production. Piano lang at drum ang narinig ko mostly throughout the track. Naalala ko sa track na ito yung Cornelia Street niya from the Lover album. Sa chorus ang sabi, I hope I never lose you, hope it never ends, I'd never walk Cornelia Street again. Reminiscing na lang talaga siya. But overall, hindi siya skip na track para sa akin. Track number 2, Cardigan. Actually, mauning unang nga track ako na paminaw given nga nag-watch ako ng premiere ng music video nito. At my initial listen, deadma muna ako sa lyrics. Nag-focus lang ako sa music video and wow, ganda gihapon siya ba maskin unsay sinina, maskin nipis lang na white dress. Akong first yun napansin kay ang piano nga ang isa ka key kay broken. Then ang theory behind it, according to fans, kay ang broken key is B, which is the 7th on the C scale, 7 pertaining to her 7th album, Lover, na 11 months old lang ang gitagal. Putulo siya nga key kay tungod every album ni Taylor Swift na ay gap of 2 years sa bawat date of release. And wala man lang nag-isa katuig ang Lover album, which is sad kay wala na'y hope na mahimong single ang Cruel Summer. Kabalaba mo guys nga sa tanan track number 2 ni Taylor Swift, including The Cardigan, ang Cruel Summer lang ang wala na single. Ako ay nalungkot. Ano si Taylor Swift? Na ito kakanta sa album na connected sa isa't isa. Isa na doon ang Cardigan. Ito ay about teenage love triangle. Si Betty at James at ang kabit niyang walang pangalan. Ang Cardigan kay point of view ni Betty. Ano pa to siya? When you are young, they assume you know nothing. Reality check. Then, nasa ito isa ka line nga. I knew you tried to change the ending, Peter losing Wendy. And then, this evokes the song's theme of losing a young love. Gaya ng kina Peter at Wendy. Peter had to lose Wendy kay di man jud niya kaya higugmaon o dili siya gusto mag-grow. While si Wendy kay wants to grow up and she was quite more matured than Peter. Grabe. Amis na jud ko storytelling ni Taylor Swift dire. Sa production side, keep it simple lang jud pero naagya po yung sound of uniqueness. Ana good kay wala ko nakaingon na familiar ang production or similar sa uban kanta. Overall, ang music video and the track felt cohesive talaga. Track number 3, The Last Great American Dynasty. In this particular track, Taylor Swift narrates somebody else's life, an American sculptor, composer, and philanthropist na ginganlan og Rebecca Harkness. Rebecca Harkness was a careless woman who went into several marriages and even dyeing the neighbor's cat lime green. But sa lyrics, it was mentioned as a dog. And na-aware dayon ko nga intentional ang pag-change ni Taylor. Ato nga tiny detail kay as what folklore itself is, nagkadugay ka-change sab ang tiny details sa usa ka story. Dagang version kumbaga. Well, sa pag-narrate ni Taylor sa kinabuhi ni Rebecca, it was well written. Also, highlight sad sa lyrics ang Rhode Island mansion nga property sa Harkness sa una and eventually bought by Taylor Swift noong 2013 for $17 million, reportedly paid in cash. It was evident sa lyrics na Holiday House sat quietly on that beach, free of women with madness, their men and bad habits, and then it was bought by me. Wow. Taylor Swift really knows what she is writing. O may namdaman na ako ang The Lucky One nga kanta niya from Red Album kung asa ang lyrics kay about sa lain tao nga kinabuhi. Track number 4, Exile, featuring Bon Iver. Mo na akong pinaka-favorite na track from this album. From the moment I first listened to it, na-capture dayo ni Justin Vernon ang attention. Kay grabe lay kalalom sa iyahang tingog, mas lalong pa sa first line sa kanta na Hello ni Adele. Sa kaninga track, it's about two ex-lovers nga nagkita og balik. Si Justin Vernon as James ang unang ming kanta singing I Can See You Standing Honey with his arms around your body. Obviously kay si Betty diri kay naka-move on na. Grabe ang grabe jud ang goosebumps akong feel ani tungod sa contrast sa deep voice ni James Vernon o kang Taylor na super smooth. But ning tulo na akong luha no katong sa bridge part na sa kanta kung asa nagpalitan na sila lines. Akong first thought jud ato ba kay murag mag-asawa good nga nag-away tapos ikaw ang chismos ang silingan nga gipahinayan ang volume sa TV. And then I spot something na ang lyrics nga we always walked a very thin line kay similar description of a fragile relationship sa hantad niya nga kanta from Speak Now album saying you and I walk a fragile line. Dako sag impact sa pag-convey sa emotion sa kanta ang instrumental. Dili kaayo busy ang production. Imong focus jud kay ilang tingog og ang lyrics. Mao to, hantud karon wa gihapon ko nagsawa balik-balik og paminaw ni.
So who am I offending now? You are my crown.
Track number 5, My Tears Ricochet. It's the track 5, y'all. And it's a self-written track. Base po sa akong nabasahan no, kay mga daw ning pinaka-una nga track nga gisulat ni Taylor Swift. Track 5 jud ang pinaka-fragile or pinaka-sad na track every album. Pananaw na ako no kay funeral jud ang setting ani kay tungod sa lyrics na and if I'm dead to you, why are you at the wake? Nashock ko sa akong initial listen like wait kinsi namatay? Maybe si James. Pwede si James ang namatay og sa iyahang kabilang buhay kay naagi hapon ang hinanakit niya from the doomed relationship he had sa katong buhi pa siya. Well, theory lang ako ni. Pero katong base sa bridge part kay Jack Antonoff jud kaayo tugtog katong good katong tug kana siya natingog kay like nadungganan na ako to sa Getaway Car and Cruel Summer. Overall, it's not my skip. Track number 6, Mirror Ball. Akong naisip jud dayon sa Mirror Ball no kay Disco and Party. Evident siya sa lyrics na Masquerade Revelers og sa title itself. I would like to think na POV ni sa kabit in terms of lyrical content kung wala ka na aware nga na I love triangle going on sa kini nga album, di ni mo mahuna-hunaan nga posibleng POV ni sa usa ka mistress. And it's a good thing nga dili ni mo mahuna-hunaan kay nagapasabot ni nga dili bias si Taylor Swift sa pagsulat og point of view sa isa ka mistress. Pero isa pud sa akong na imagine diri no kay ang Red Tour kung asa circus ang theme sa tour. And na-mention man pud good niya ang details sa circus. Ang trapeze, ang horses, and tightrope. Feel jud na ako nakasinatay na siya pressure and she felt the need to mirror every version of herself that the public wants her to be. Naasa lyrics nga, I've never been natural. All I do is try. Mauguro nitong gidudahan siya sa public kung gasulat bagyod siya sa mga kanta niya, and then she had proven it by releasing a self-written album, The Speak Now, ang Speak Now na album. Bitaw, Speak Now jud ako ang pinaka-jam na album. Lahi ragyod ang tama sa Speak Now. Pero anyway, balik tas Mirror Ball. Moto, ning switch siya from country to pop kay akong nahibalaan tung wala na daog ang Red sa Album of the Year sa Grammy kay she once again felt the need na mag-change of gears, mag-change of genre, and 1989 was the result. Isa sa mga most awarded female album of all time and set Taylor's career even higher. Altogether, this track is peacefully whimsical. Track number 7. Yes, tama ka. ang first few lines kay katono sa Take Me Home Country Road ni John Denver. 7 is about recalling your childhood, and it's easy to say nga wala kinalaman ang love triangle diri. So here's my theory. Katong bata pa si Taylor, or mas dili si Taylor, kay nakay isa ka friend, ang lyrics kay perspective jud siya sa bata. Especially sa part nga, and we can be pirates, then you won't have to cry and or hide in the closet. Ug maingon ako nung basin gay or something ang iyang friend tungod sa you don't have to hide in the closet. Napoy lyrics nga, and though I can't recall your face, I still got love for you. So, suddenly, wala na sila nagkita or namalhin na namalhin na iyang friend, or sila ba ang namalhin. Overall, it's a cute summer song about reminiscing your childhood friends.
'Cause it was never mine. And I can see us twisted in bedsheets.
Track number 8, August. By the way, di guys, kay August sa takaron. Wala lang. Hashtag Mistress Anthem. Point of view na jud ni sa kabit, sa part pa lang daan nga, August slipped away into a moment in time because it was never mine. May sad gani no kay aware siya nga kabit siya, and the thing that's going on is temporary lang. And of course, the bridge part is also solid. Kanang igo ra gud ka maminaw sa kanta, tapos si Taylor na bahala mag-story sa imuha kay she paints scenarios and details, tapos nagyapod ang uniqueness sa melody sa kanta.
Remember when I pulled up and said get in the car and then get to
Timan ninyo nga lyrics. Remember when I pulled up and said, get in the car. Mo-connect ni siya sa isa sa mga track unya. Track number 9, This Is Me Trying. Sa lyrics pa lang daan nga, I just wanted you to know that this is me trying. Kay mao ni siyang letting someone to know that you are sorry song. Parehas ni sa Back to December. Si James Judney trying to fix things between him and Betty. Sa production side, kay I really love a reverb Taylor. Mura ni siya sa The Archer kung asa. Ang tingog kay murag nagod sad ako na spacious nga lugar. Ang echo, madungan jud nimong echo. And subtle horns also were present. Karon na ako na nadunggan after how many listens.
out. Could have followed my fears all the way down. And maybe I don't quite know what to.
Track number 10, Illicit Affairs. Naana sa das emotional track. So, this is basically the POV sa kabit as what the title suggests. Pero, diri nga track, mas nasabtan na ako nga in love jud ang kabit kang James. Kanang nasa line nga, what started in beautiful rooms ends with meetings in parking lots. Maskin, unsa ba mo ka-happy as long as kirida ka, kabit, ni stress, na-enjoy limitations and boundaries. Ang bridge part sad. Oh my god, ang bridge part ani kay akong pinaka favorite bridge sa tanan. Feel na akong giggle sa line nga, and you wanna scream, don't call me kid, don't call me baby. Look at this godforsaken mess that you made me. And ang thought pod ni Daniela Alasagas diri kay, even if you are just an intruder in someone else's life, it can be still painful. Lastly, ang last line, you know damn well for you, I would ruin myself a million little times. It's just too much to hold. Track number 11, Invisible Strings. Ang first line pa lang daan nga, green was the color of the grass. I felt the message. Message received. So yun ra kayo ingnunoy nga about ni siya sa iyang partner karon si Joe Alwyn. Kay based akong research, si Joe Alwyn once worked at a yogurt shop to make a little money. So ang lyrics nga, teal was the color of your shirt when you were 16 at the yogurt shop you used to work at to make a little money. Checks out. And my favorite grown up lyrics is for the boys who broke my heart, now I send their babies presents. Ang speculation ani kay she may have sent Jonas, her ex, and his wife a baby present kay buntis man niyang buntis ang wife ni Joe Jonas karon. And this track reminds me of her song Gorgeous and London Boy kung asa the lyrics are depicting sa ilahang first meeting.
Tying you to me.
Track number 12, Mad Woman. She really cursed in this track na malikas jud siya. Mauni ang Forest, which Taylor I didn't know I needed. Well, nadyo'y isa ka track nga ga-address og shades and drama. It's Taylor's thing since then. Ang first assumption ani kay it's about woman who is being abused by her partner and then the public named her Crazy Mad Woman without acknowledging an abusive partner. Og motuusad ko even ang uban Swifties na it's about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian and Scooter Braun. We both know what's going on. That VMA 2010 incident, that snake emojis, and at the latest, masters were solved. Nanimbaut akong balahibo sa line na they say move on, but you know I won't. She really holds grudges, but in a classy and good way. Ang line said na, and women like hunting witches too, doing your dirtiest work for you. Pwede sad ni about kang Kim Kardashian nga babae man sa unta pero ana ang next line, it's obvious that wanting me dead has really brought you two together. Metaphorical ang dead ha. Then, di ba gibaligan ni Scooter ang masters sa iyang first 6 albums kang Scott Borchetta. But this November, she will re-record all those albums except sa Reputation kay dili pa man 5 years old ang Reputation and then voila! She can now use those re-recorded songs sa commercials and everywhere. And that's what I thought sa bridge part ani nga track nga I'm taking my time cause you took everything from me, watching you climb over people like me. So mauni siyang, ang Mad Woman is the chill witch version of Look What You Made Me Do.
And when you say I seem angry, I get more angry.
Track number 13, Epiphany. So, basahon sa nako ang interpretation sa isa na ako ka-friend, si G. Angelo Besa. Ana siya, first, you can hear like it's the funeral honoring the death of a soldier. Tas ang piano parang ticking clock. Tapos ang rifle na word, tinaas ni Taylor ang note symbolizing na to fire the gun. I also read something na rifle and mother were the words na tinaas ang note connecting that nurses and soldiers can do battles but in different context. These lyrics are magical. Quote, only 20 minutes to sleep but you dream of epiphany. During wars or even working hours in hospital, di ka makakatulog ng sapat so you're tired but in your dreams, you feel relieved because you saved a life. Og kini jud ang message kay ma-feel jud ni muna sa kanta sa tibok track. And then para pud sa kuha kay nagpost man sad gud si Taylor Swift na gi-mention niya iyang grandfather na si Dean Swift landing at Guadalcanal in 1943 which was World War II. Ma-reference guru siya sa isa sa mga kanta and I think diri ni nga kanta paminaw sad nako soldier iyang grandfather at that time. Other than that, kini nga kanta is about finding and seeking hope maskin sa pagtulog or sa damguni mo despite the contemporary chaos and violence na nahitabo karon. Track number 14, Betty. Mao na ning point of view ni James the cheater. Diri ni balaan ni Betty ang pag-cheat sa iyahan ni James. Si Inez na friend ni Betty who loves gossip ang nagtell kang Betty. And Betty can't believe it. Og aware po si James na ang giingon ni Inez kang Betty kay tinuod. Anak po to si Taylor sa usan niya ka-post na saying, quote, a 17-year-old standing on a porch learning to apologize. May gani kabalo po si James mo acknowledge sa iyang mali nga gibuhat. ana siya sa lyrics sa kanta diri kay ana siya, the worst thing that I ever did was what I did to you. Diri magdraw og parallel ang lyrics na I'm only 17, I don't know anything but I know I miss you. Pero ana si Betty sa Cardigan, quote, when you are young they assume you know nothing. And before James showed up to the party kay kakita-kita na jud sila sa kabit kay ana ang bridge part sa kini nga kanta. She said, James, get in, let's drive. Those days turned into nights. Slept next to her, but I dreamt of you all summer long. Parallel sad ang kini nga lyrics na I hate the crowds, you know that, plus I saw you dance with him. Sa lyrics, sa Exile, kung asa ana si James, I can see you standing, honey, with his arms around your body. Diba anak ko ning ato si James sa party kung asa nasad si Betty. Then, sa lyrics po diri nga, in the garden, would you trust me if I told you it was just a summer thing? Kay, then possible nga dito nahitabo or musulod ang kanta na Exile, katong sa Garden Good. Dito sila nagstorya. Pero eventually, their relationship was doomed from the moment James cheated on her. To summarize this all, akong maingon lang kay beyond amazing jud ang storytelling ni Taylor Swift.
Want me, would you tell me to go fuck myself or lead me to the garden?
Track number 15, Peace. First of all, ang lyrics ani kay contradicting kayo sa title. Mauning pinaka-stripped down nga track from this album. Ang kini nga song kay about feeling like you are too much for someone and you will only ruin their lives by self-sabotage. Dili lang kana, kundi ginaromantasize sad niya ang usa ka toxic relationship and naasad ko yung na-discover na nagpa-blow sa akong mind karon lang. Nagtanaw ako balik sa lyric video ani tapos napansin na ako sa second verse kay nakakapitalize ang letter B and W. Sa lyrics pa jud na, but there's robbers to the east, clowns to the west. I believe B pertains to Bron Scotter and W for the one and only Kanye West. I'm being a detective. So yeah, mauna akong assumption. Then, I really love this song. It's my favorite off of the album. I know, favorite po na akong Exile, pero mas favorite jud na akong Peace. Ug lahi ra jud ang stripped down Taylor.
But I'm a fire and I'll keep your brittle heart my only one, my smoking gun.
Track number 16, the last track, Hoax. Mura ni siya connected sa Peace kung asa na ay sense of inner dilemma ang usa ka tawo sa iyang relationship with someone. Sa lyrics nga, quote, your faithless love's the only hoax I believed in. Don't want no other shade of blue but you. No other sadness in the world would do. Kaya ginatolerate gihapon niya ang usa ka relationship or gastruggle siya mag-let go or I can assume na basin abusive iyang partner and murder siya or pwede ni siya maging final hinaing sa kabit ni James. Who knows?
Don't want no other shade of blue but you. No other sadness.
Mao to. Naman ra jud ta sa 16 tracks. What an experience. Magsugod ta sa akong Holy Trinity or akong top 3. Sure, what a interesting. Para sa ko, Exile, Peace, and The One. Mao jud ning tulo ka kanta ang kaya nako balik-balikon og paminaw tibok adlaw. Ang early achievements de ani nga album kay mao ning pinakadaghang streams sa global Spotify sa unang gawas pa lang with 80.6 million, and by that it resulted to another Guinness World of Record for Taylor Swift and now sold 2 million units worldwide, making it the top-selling album of 2020 and generated over 500 million streams on both audio and video in just 1 week. She really did that. I mean, she really did that with a surprise album. good thing about Taylor Swift is every album kay pataas ng pataas iyang career. Pero at the same time, worry ko ani nga fact kay tungod taas kayo siya bagsakan if ever mag-flop ang sunod niyang album, but we both know it won't happen. Yeah. Meanwhile, gina-push Jude pag-ayo sa Swifties ang nga mag number 1 ang Cardigan sa Billboard Hot 100. Ambot lang kung na ba ang result kay paminaw na ako murag na ana or ugma pa. I'm gonna check that out. So, karon basahon akong mga thoughts sa akong fellow Swifties. Shout out sa inyo unta madunggan ko ninyo karon og unta makasabot mo Bisaya. Okay. Start kang ano. According kang G. Angelo Besa, Taylor is not just on the way of staying up in one genre, but she can proceed and conform like a chameleon, but not forced in experimenting new sound. Dagdag pa niya, saying quote, "Folklore gave us a travel that life is like a forest," which is the aesthetic sa tibok album. In order to get past through, go into the woods. Magrig jud ko ani nga statement kay bisan ang uban albums niya kay dalun jud ka sa another side of the world. Ang album na bahala mag-set sa imong mood gamit ang melody and lyrics ug iset pud niya ang atmosphere gamit ang instrumental. Ang say pud ni Lunok Swift kay saying quote, "Through this album, it stitches us back together, especially in times like this." Bitaw sad, kay nagadagay ang lockdown, makasawa na po, sige rag Netflix, sige rag movie, sige rag FB. Personally, music jud ang isa sa akong way to keep myself sane. Especially Taylor's music. Yeah. Lastly, anak po si Bernadette. Sorry. Okay. Saying quote, "Her topics became more relatable and mature." Yeah, this is another good factor sa music ni Taylor kay ever since nag-start siya sa industry, ang music jud niya kay always mo connect tungod sa universal messages sa iyang mga kanta. Maski niyang personal songs like "Soon You'll Get Better" and "Never Grow Up", makakita gihapon kog or tag way para makarelate. When all is said and done, maura ni nga album ang naka-feel kog much connectivity, dili lang kang Taylor ni nga album or dili lang kay Swiftie ko kundi maskin kakinsa pang album, I guess. Yeah. Mao ning pinaka-cohesive niya nga album so far, yeah. So, mao na tong another Hanging Fire episode sa podcast. Ako si Adonis, inyong host for this episode. Diri lang sa Tissue Karon Podcast. Gamot sa timong ko, gamot sa talarya. Bye and good night. Iwan ako.
In my defense, I have none.